If you've been following along the last few weeks, we've talked a bit about batch creating content, creating video content, and getting on different platforms like Instagram and Pinterest to grow your reach. Well, in today's video, I really want to talk more about how you can utilize search engine optimization on your blog and your website, and some simple tips to help your content on your blog and on your website reach more people with search engine optimization. So these are just a few of my simple tips, but let's get started. For the best advice and tips on growing your audience, impact, and income online with your creative expertise, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, whether you're on YouTube or on Instagram, to get my latest uploads every week. If you are getting ready to start a blog or looking for ways to easily create a blog that is search engine friendly and that gets found when someone is Googling you, I've got a few very simple tips that I follow, and I'm trying to make this as uncomplicated as possible because I want to make sure that if you are moving in the direction of adding a blog to your website and trying to get more search engine optimization, then what you'll want to do is start with these few simple things. So number one is you want to make sure that your blog posts are keyword friendly. So what are the phrases or keywords that your audience is using to search in Google for an answer to a problem or a resource for something that they're searching for? So if you're creating a blog post about Instagram story hacks, like how to get more engagement on your Instagram stories, I would go to Google and I would start searching for how people are looking for solutions to this problem. So what's the problem? I don't get engagement on my Instagram stories. So if I were looking for keywords related to this, I would go to Google and I would start searching like I was my audience. And I would look for examples of other blog posts and how they've phrased it and what other phrases are coming up. Now, there are keyword tools you can use to help you with this research. One of those tools that I enjoy is called Keywords Everywhere, so you might want to check that out. But in terms of creating your blog posts, the very first thing you want to do is make sure that you get the keywords added to the title of your blog post, and that your permalink also includes those keywords. So a permalink is just basically like your website and the link or the name of your blog post. So if you're going to go to the permalink for my blog, it would be ivorymix.com/blog. And so that would take you to the blog on my website. But your blog post has a special link associated to it, and you can edit that on your website to be whatever you want it to be before you hit publish. So my recommendation is to make sure that you have your keywords inside of your blog post title and in your permalink. This will allow Google to associate your blog and that post with those keywords, so that when someone's searching for the answer, your blog post will come up somewhere in the search results. Now, I can't guarantee that it's going to end up on page 1 of Google search, but there are a few things that you can do to help make that more possible. One of the other things you can do is add a keyword-rich description, or meta description as they put it. Now, a meta description is basically the longer paragraph that describes the blog post right below the title of your blog post when you're looking through Google search results. So you've probably seen Google search results have the title and then a little description. That little description is something that you can edit. One of the tools that I like to use on my WordPress website to help me with these kinds of descriptions and these kinds of areas is Yoast SEO. This is a plugin you can add to your WordPress website, and it can give you additional options for your SEO optimization. So definitely check out that plugin. So to help you get even more SEO friendly with your blog post, you'll also want to include within your blog post some links. These should be internal links and external links. So what do I mean by that? Well, when you're writing a blog post, let's say you're giving someone a tutorial about Instagram stories, okay? You could link in your blog post to another blog post that you wrote. That would be an internal link. So that's a link to something on this website. So if you want to link to one of your website's blog posts, that would be an internal link. But then you'll also want to include an external link, and an external link would be a link to something outside of your website. So if you're teaching about Instagram stories and how to get more engagement on Instagram stories, you could link to Instagram, or you could link to Canva, because maybe you're talking about Canva templates for Instagram stories. So that would be an example of a link outside of your website. So this is important and is helpful for your blog posts because it tells Google that you are a resource that links to other helpful resources. And if you're linking to helpful resources like Canva or Instagram, and those resources relate to your topic, Google favors this, and they will see this as showing your blog post is worthy of someone possibly checking out. So there are a few additional things you can do in addition to internal and external links, keywords, and descriptions. You can also add images to your blog posts. Now, you might be wondering why that even matters for SEO optimization, search engine optimization, but here's why. When you add images, it gives you an additional opportunity to show up in Google search. So if you've ever noticed when you search for something on Google, you have the ability to click on the Images tab. And when you click on Images, Google's showing you all of the images that come up related to the thing that you've searched. So you can imagine if your blog post has images inserted into it, that those images may end up showing up on Google image search. So you'll definitely want to include related images to your blog post. It's very helpful for search engine optimization and also helpful for your reader because some people enjoy visual learning. Now, in addition to adding those images to your blog post, what you can do is add alt text to those images and name those images using your keywords and using the title of your blog. So you'll not only just want to insert the image into your blog, but you'll also want to associate the image with your keywords utilizing a naming of your image using those keywords and an alt text. Some sort of description in the alt text area of the image that relates back to your keywords. This all sort of helps the search engine. Okay, one of my last tips, last but not least, is adding backlinks. So if search engine optimization is new to you, you might not know what a backlink is, but basically what it is getting some other resource to link to your blog. So when you get someone else to link to your blog, just like when you linked to someone else, it tells Google that there is an authority going on here and that you might know what you're talking about related to this resource because someone else has linked to your blog post. So if you could find other individuals in your industry to add a link to your blog post on their blog, that is one way to get a backlink. Other ways might be sharing your blog post on Pinterest or sharing it in other communities like Facebook. So adding backlinks or sharing your blog post to other places and getting other places to link to your website gives your blog post added authority, and Google will start to favor that. So now that you know more, I want to share with you my free masterclass. You can get it right here or in the link below. I'm going to share with you in this masterclass 5 strategies for how to get clients and launch a signature offer with your content. So I show you how to do this with your content on Instagram, but also how to create sales funnels and turn on your sales machine utilizing content and evergreen content strategies. So I show you how to do that in this masterclass here or in the link below. Also, if you're finding it hard to get more people to see your content or find people to collaborate with, I've got a secret Facebook group where you can meet other online entrepreneurs, collaborate, and share different advice and share what you're working on with each other. And so I've got a link below to that private Facebook group as well. We would love to have you inside.